From the Ganga, Jumna, Bhaktivedanta, Ungan, Tunstrebe and Rishikesh, a field of personal development from the mankind and the peacefulness, non-violence and all the rest. Ahimsa to you too. Did you know that income does not usually far exceeding the personal development? Sometimes income might be taking the lucky jump, but unless you are growing out where it is, it will usually be coming back to where you are. Ash covering the body, memories, representation of journey, of burnings, of the end of one cycle and the nourishment of the soil of the next. Holy festival of spring. I was in a hotel on the top floor, maybe the third floor, overlooking Vishnu Ghat in Haridwar, 1995, during the festival of Holi. And in the square in front of the hotel, there were myriad goings on. There was a bonfire, and all afternoon the women walked around it, circumambulating it, blessing it with water, flowers. Men sat in a group playing drums. And the PA system, the public address system, my God, those speakers that were strapped to the roof of the temple, when they went on, the monkeys sped up the spire and the dog stood there as though it had been electrocuted. And that volume went on all afternoon, all night and all the next day. And throughout that time, men in groups fought each other with coloured water. They scragged each other, they surprised each other, they bombed each other from rooftops, on the approaches to bridges and at intersections. Groups of people scragged unsuspecting, suspecting cyclists, pedestrians, scooter drivers. Oh, festival of Holi, hey, have some colour, squirt, wow, what does it mean? Energy, flush of colour, men everywhere with reds and purples smeared on their face. And all the time I was in the hotel, and the hotel was pretty well protected and barred, and there were many middle-class Indians standing by the windows, all looking down on the square, looking at all the revelry, pagan festival, when drive is accepted, when there is no taboo against some violence, some demonstrations of desire, and the coloured water is such. And children could be seen on the banks of the river churning the red water, and the stream took away all the offerings, the flowers and little vessels made of reeds. And I stood there again in front of the window, looking down at all this, and all the time the speaker blaring, bouncing the sound off the spiral roofs and walls of the temple, through the metal lace of my window into my room. And I sat there the whole night. And then the next day, and that night, the dancing, the throbbing to and fro, mainly men down there, pretty dangerous sometimes, all the neighbourhood Travoltas, rearing backwards and somersaulting, and people clapping, and scuffles here and there, and the crowd separating contestants. And all the time, men with flashing eyes and smeared faces and clothes, dashing in and out of the lights. The next day, went on again. No longer content to live in an aquarium, I demanded of the hotel management that they unbar the door and let me out. And I did. I went out. The first 100 meters, I made it to the bridge. But that was Scragger's Bridge, and nobody gets past there. And about 10 youths attacked me with in a very kind of nasty sort of way, threw the paint in my face. My glasses almost fell into Ganges. I thought it was oil paint, and it was, well, there it was. Okay, you're in the brother sisterhood of holy, you know, you're baptized. Okay, what do you want, you know? So anyway, there I was, smeared in red and purple. I eventually made my way back to the hotel, thinking, you know, I'll get out of these clothes. And lo and behold, the hotel doors were barred again. And there was not a sign of anybody, of any of the staff, and I rattled the doors, but this served only to attract the attention of all the revelers who saw me rattling the hotel bar door, and they all came and scragged me again with endless sort of colours, and all but forced me to dance with them. Then I sat on the pavement with other people and watched the throng go its way, and felt as though I had no fear of it anymore, and I felt a peace. And I looked up and I saw all the faces, expressionless faces of the middle-class Indian family standing behind the bars of their windows in the hotel, looking down on the square, and I pitied them.
Somebody hands you $1 million. Best you become a millionaire quickly so that you are getting to keeping the money. Otherwise, sure enough, it will all be back in the same pockets. Somebody was saying to me that if you are taking all the money in the world and dividing it up equally amongst all the people in the world, it would soon all be back in the same pocket. That was the final lecture in personal development from the Gangno Jumna Bhakavadanti Jurun Saranagaram Garana School of Personal Development. Now we'll have another war with Pakistan.